Okay, ladies and gentlemen, again, we apologize in regards on the delay. We had to do a brief refresh in regards of the stream. Again, it's Craig, and obviously I have Dan in the booth with me. We had to do a quick refresh in regards on that. As we see Daryl that rolls as we're coming back to this hand, we got Daryl that is going to end up winning the pot with the full house with Motown Jacks full of fives. Here's our chip counts. Again, folks, we apologize in regards on if there may have been just a delay. We had to quickly kind of reset a few things with the stream. Thank you, again, for tuning in with us for this Wednesday night, this 1-2-5 cash game that was orchestrated by none other than my guest co-commentator this evening, the man, the myth, the legend. It's Dan the Man. Okay, good.
Now we're back.
There we go. All right.
Fixing little tech issues on the run. Rick's picking it.
Oh my gosh. He's never going to, he may never get up to go. He's not at the table. He's never going to leave the table again once he realizes that he had aces and it had to get folded.
Duck's cards warm up a little bit. He's finally got another hand to open with from the big blind.
All right, folks. And what a flop here, folks. Even though Duck's sitting with the best hand, but Nick's sitting there with the inside straight draw, and he's got a 3 across. A 6, 7, or 8 will end up minting this hand, and he makes the call. Although Rick's not going to be happy that he folded aces, that his aces were folded. And the 10 on the turn, no help to either. Actually, I take that back. Now, Duck has picked up a straight draw. A jack would give him a straight, and he leads out for 70.
I think picking up equity here on the turn is completely fine to double barrel. But Nick, inside straight draws, he wants to see if he hits it.
And the answer is no.
No. I like the triple barrel.
And Duck's going to lead out again. It looks like it's 135.
Perfect size. He folds out.
And Nick taps the table saying, good bet, sir. And Duck's going to pick up a pot. There we go. Give him some encouragement.
Oh, and Megan knows it's a bluff. Megan calls him out. Good bluff, Duck.
Oh, my.
We'll all see it later.
Yes, we will, folks. That's the joy of technology, that you'll be able to see this in all of our streams later as we have this going. But also just want to be able to put out the notice we have while we are going, we have our Katie's Game tournament that's going on right now as well. And in addition to all the wonderful things that are happening here at Poker House Dallas, we have satellites that will be going on periodically each week up until our birthday bash tournament next month, in regards that will be for our Queen of Diamonds, one of our beloved GMs here, Danielle McWilliams. And what a way to celebrate her birthday than to put together a multi-flight, multi-level $150,000 guaranteed tournament.
Love it.
All right, Dan, are you gonna play in it?
I'm a cash player, and I've been meaning to learn how to play tournaments so I can get into some of these juicy tournaments we have here at Poker House.
This will be a good time too, sir. Obviously, they say guarantee first place $35,000, but considering like of the summer jam tournament we had, we guaranteed $100,000. We ended up doubling the guarantee.
That was incredible. That was great.
So you can imagine if we double this one, it'd be $300,000.
Yeah.
So you're looking at probably at least maybe 50, 60 for first.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad for a couple days' work. So
In that summer bash, I actually won a seat into it, doing a PLO bomb pop flip.
bomb is. Let me make sure we get the PLO bomb
pot
pot flip. Yes, Berg, and
And that was great. And I got a little bored playing 40 big blinds and made a move that I shouldn't have, and just went back to playing cash game.
And as we see that, obviously, we got Jimmy that's got the full house, fours full.
Really sneaky full house from Jimmy here.
And Duck's going to check. Jimmy going to fire. I know he's firing out on the river with the
Snap fold.
with the full house. Duck this is gonna ponder. He bets 100, and Duck's gonna ponder just a few moments, and then make the calm fold. There's the fold, and Jimmy's gonna pick up the pot with fours full. Again, folks, thank you all for tuning in. Obviously, we had a chance to do a small update because we had a small adjustment we had to make. But by all means, throw out your comments. Cheer for if you know some people in regards on the stream. If you have any questions for myself or obviously my special guest commentator, Dan the Man, by all means, ask away. And again, if you would like to be able to be a part of any of our streams that are coming up in the near future, reach out to us, contact us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Someone's going to have to still help me on TikTok. I don't understand that at all.
I don't have it. Too old.
Or you can reach out to us on info@thepokerhouse.com. As we go on to hand 30 of our stream, action's going to be on Jimmy. He's sitting there under the gun. He's got the kids' game, AC Deucey. He's going to put in the small raise to make it 15 to go. Nick's got 10-7. He's definitely playing.
Suited double gapper.
Absolutely.
Suited two gapper. He's in.
Of course. Duck's going to lay down the jack 8. Renee's folding. Daryl's got queen deuce of clubs. He's going to make the call. And Poker Carav, he's got king queen.
See a squeeze here.
And he's going to put the squeeze play in to make it 100 to go. As he held it up with almighty power.
Typically, I'd say this gets through, but
Nixon
hand.
I
knew it.
When we say, folks, that this is a man that believes in there are 52 cards in the deck, and I'm going to play them all, he makes the call.
I mean, he's getting the right price to call.
I don't blame him either.
He's got live cards.
And a flop of 6, 8, 10. Wow, look at that flop. He's flopped top pair with a straight draw. And he is firing a fire away. He didn't even
Flops
hesitate.
pair.
Picks up some chips, plops them down.
Protection.
Absolutely. He bets 150. 175. And he has no choice.
Shows it.
And he has no choice. He makes the fold. Nick rolls over another winning hand.
The table loves it.
It's a new Nick.
I mean, look at this VPIP, 83%.
Unreal.
I don't think my chemistry grade was that high in high school.
The outlier here is Duck at 23%.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Yeah, I believe it.
Just cold cards for the game runner.
And cold cards for Nick. I think that's being provided by Nick's AC. He's making sure that side of the table is nothing but cold. But honestly, truthfully, folks, no. Duck, I've dealt with him. I've seen him play. He has just as many moves as a game of checkers as anybody else at this table. And obviously, it's just the cards will end up leveling off. I do know. I mean, our stream this stream will be going on until the 10 o'clock hour. I do know that there is a possibility that being the fact they are playing 8-handed. That my guest co-commentator may put back on the Superman cape. And,
I might go jump in.
So we're gonna see what happens as it gets raised. Jimmy raises it to 75. Rick's gonna make the call with the 10-9, and Duck with a double down hand 7-4 bet 20 it's going to fold and over to Poker Karov, who's got double down 8-3, bet 20. So it's going to be Rick and Jimmy.
This is a straight open to 75.
And
real big. Flops
bottom two.
Rick's got the inside draw.
Oh, wow. And Jimmy turns kings full. He's going, please put chips in the pot. Please just put the chips in the pot. You know you.
Oh, sneaky again.
And he makes the check. You know he wants to.
Let him bluff at it.
He's like. Oh, and he just checks. I think he. Oh, wow.
A jack would have been disastrous.
And Rick's playing the board.
Yeah. This is not getting paid for any of this out of 10-9 off.
I feel like you have a quad, so Rick playing the board is not going to get there, folks.
Eddie's playing in 3 weeks.
Uh-oh. It says I'm waiting 3 weeks to play, especially with that VPN.
I know, right? Texas poker.
That's why I say, and I think Dan can attest to this wholeheartedly. I don't know if you take many trips to Vegas, but the players that play here can play anywhere, especially out in Vegas. I know. It always ends up being like amongst our room, and I know a few other spots that come summer, or they call the World Series of Poker Summer Camp, that it's just clears out for weeks at a time because people are from Dallas, from Houston, from Austin, from San Antonio, from East and West Texas are all going out to Vegas for the series.
Got a lot of regulars that make those trips during the summer,
and a few that I know that have come back. That come back winners, or they make those deep runs, not just in the not just making the marks in the cash games, but in the bracelet events. I know at least a couple players that played there made a couple final tables here at the series this past summer. So
there's some incredibly strong tournament players that play in the tournaments here.
And a flop that comes 4-3 deuce. Poker Karov's flopped a pair and a wheel draw, then turns. Also, now he's turned the 10 of spades. That gives him the nut flush draw. And Ricks lays down the jack 9, and Poker Karov's going to take this pot. As you can see, we have our dealer Butcher, or Shane, however you would like to call it. He got him in the box right now.
We got Headband Butcher.
There we go.
Oh, man.
Here are chip counts. It's kind of leveled off at the top between Daryl and Jimmy. Of course, Jimmy obviously being able to get that double through with the 2 aces against Nick's 2 jacks. Action's going to be on Rick. And, whoa.
Daryl, look at your card. Si, look at your card.
Rick's decided to get out of line first time tonight.
Absolutely. He puts in the raise to 20 with the 98 O's.
Daryl's seen a flop.
And Poker Karov with King 9 of hearts. He's going to make the call. Jimmy with the 4 deuce, going to fold. And Nick, King 7, absolutely. He's going to splash around.
Megan's defending the straddle.
And Megan
we're going multi-way.
5-way action.
We got a lot of middling cards around here.
And a board that goes 5, 7, jack. Daryl's flopped a pair of jacks. Rick has a 2-way straight draw. Megan's sitting there with an inside draw. Nick's got a pair of 7s. And Poker Karov, he quickly exits. He quickly exits.
Daryl with the no Nick.
And wow,
get out of here.
And with the Daryl putting in the raise to 125, Rick's going to call with the 2-way draw, and the Ace of Hearts coming now. It gives Daryl second pair, but now picks up a flush draw. Yeah. And the 6 on the river mints Rick. He's made a 9 high straight.
Oh, that's neat. Oh, they went check.
And Rick checks.
Oh no.
And Daryl checks. I think Rick missed a bet there.
I think he did too.
Rick's going to take that pot with the 9 high straight, but I think it's probably because with that 3rd heart on the board, and it's not even the third heart on the board, and even though it's the best straight.
I guess the raise on the flop, a lot of heart draws in Daryl's range there. Excuse me. Check back on that turn's a little sneaky by Daryl. With what he's repping.
Right.
And then I think Rick was going for a check raise with that sneaky. Well, maybe not. I wouldn't give Daryl that much credit to check back a flop there. I would definitely, or check back a flush on that turn. I would definitely expect him to bet that turn if he gets there. And Rick played it safe after that.
Agreed.
But he missed the value on that river.
He
for
did
sure.
miss that value bet. And with that, we are on to our next hand. Duck wakes up with a suited ace. He makes it 20. Renee wakes up with 2 10s. He puts in the 3-bet to 60. Daryl's going to make that call with Queen Jack.
Oh, Daryl.
Poker's going to fold. And Nick, we can almost automatically know he's going to call with whatever 2 cards, and it's ace 8 that he's holding. But Megan's got 2 9s.
Oh, goodness. With this configuration, Duck has the perfect candidate to put a 4-bet squeeze in here. I would love to see it.
And yeah, I think that's what he's looking at. He's looking at the table.
Definitely thinking about
He's really thinking about this. Obviously, everyone has called this 3-bet. So I think he's played very tight. Obviously, he's folded the bulk of the hands. So, Dan, you think when he puts in a $200 raise here, he might thin out? I think the 9s and the 10s are going to call.
Oh, it's got to be bigger than that with 3 flatters behind the Renee 3-bet.
There's a lot of people calling, and this is shame right
Yeah, I think he's talking it out. So.
Renee's picking all this up, though, with with Duck talking this through.
now. I mean, with my 16% defense,
He's saying exactly what we're saying.
Exactly.
He knows his image tonight.
Exactly. So I wouldn't, but to put in the 4-bet.
Oh, Patrick.
And he
knows it's terrible.
I would honestly, if you say 200 would do, I think 400. It probably, if he puts 400 in, I think he would have taken it down.
I don't know. It's not that terrible. You got to.
And a flop that comes 5, 6, 4. Renee's in the lead with 2 10s.
Terrible flop for Renee with 5 people in the pot.
I know, right? Megan with 9s, but Renee with 2 10s. And this is a very connected flop with 5 players in this flop. There are a number of middling cards, straight draws, flush draws, everything. But Renee's going to go ahead and put the bet out. He's going to bet 125 to try to thin out the herd.
Down bets to 1/3.
And Nick with the inside straight draw, he makes the call. Megan with 2 9s. I mean, Dan, how do you approach this? I mean, you've got a bet and a call, and you're sitting with an overpair to the board.
This multi-way in this configuration with Renee, early 3-bet right behind the under the gun raiser. Megan's being brave, continuing here.
I agree.
Especially with Nick calling, but Nick's been incredibly wide all night,
I know.
and you're getting a price.
Now, will Duck
Could be ahead.
Now, would Duck want to pull off a card for 125? I mean, there's almost 700 in the pot. He's getting almost 4.5 to 1.
I don't know a float here. Well, he's got middle pair, and
Middle pair and backdoor draws.
everyone's representing over pairs. Well, not really.
Yep.
I'd expect him to fold there.
He's going to lay it down, folks. So we're going 3 ways to a turn. Oh, my.
Good God.
Nick gets there again. He's made the 8 high straight and leads out right away. There is a 4-liner on the board, and Megan just knows. Megan knows she's got the 2 9s, but Renee's going to make the call with the 2 10s. If a 10 gets on the river, look out, folks.
It's been gross for Renee tonight.
And the board pairs 7s. Oh, boy. And Nick loading up the troops to fire. He bets 325. And Renee looks at 5 undercards to his pocket pair, but a 4-liner.
Oh man, he's getting 5 to 1.
And he just has to look. I mean, you can see he's just like, you can see him sitting there going, "Did Nick really do it to me again?
Yeah.
Did Nick really do it to this table again?"
Renee's so observant.
And wow, he makes the great fold.
Renee's so observant and knows.
Makes a great fold, folks. Wow, I don't know too many people's going to lay down 2 10s even with a 4-liner on the board.
That really quick fire from Nick on the turn when he hits it, Renee's picking up on all that. And knows that he would definitely make that flop call with an inside straight draw.
I mean, he did come in the booth and he did make a point to explain, even though he said he was a man of conviction and he was committed all the way with that 3-barrel bluff with the ace-9. So if it tells you that, then he's a man that can lay down a big pocket pair with the 4-liner of under pair that pairs the board too. So, wow. Again, here are our chip counts. And again, an excellent fold by Renee. And I promise, Renee, I will let go of I guess your online name that I apparently butchered. I do apologize. I haven't played online since Black Friday. I haven't been to Canada nor Mexico to find a way to play again either. Although it's something interesting, even though I always say this, being that I am a commentator and I will always appreciate, even though God rest his soul, Mike Sexton. I didn't know it's that Mike Sexton had ownership. Shareholder ownership of Party Poker, and that
it doesn't surprise me.
But the funny part is that when he sold it off years ago, before it expanded into Europe, they said that if he had kept it, it would have his ownership share would have been worth $500 million.
Bet he's kicking himself for that one.
I mean, he's not kicking too many people, right? But it's kind of crazy, obviously, to know that it's okay now, but ends up being like worth hundreds of millions later. It's the same way I feel about my Pokemon cards. Honestly, that college job I had and back home, and I had all these collectible cards that I got cheap, and I figured they're like baseball cards. But I'm like, and people made fun of me. Now they're worth millions.
Collectible market's crazy. I don't understand it.
Who does? Obviously, I mean, they said that Jordan's Game 1 jersey from the '98 Finals it sold for $10 million. Man wore it for 39 minutes. It sold for $10 million.
Eddie has a question. Will be playing this game in 3 weeks,
especially with those VPIP percentages.
This game will go on for the foreseeable future, but I think we might move it to Thursday nights.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you may have to, ladies and gentlemen, you may have to adjust and do the split screen against your Thursday night football. But this game is going to go. Obviously, this is excellent entertainment, as we can see where. Oh wow, Rick! Hey, Duck made a hand. He made it straight on the river. Rick laid down 2 pair. Oh, and the ace on the river gave Duck Broadway. Hey, he won another pot.
All the applaudits.
Woo! We got the air horn here in the crowd.
For sound effects board. It's fun.
I'm trying to put some more in, but it's like we just have to figure out a way to program some more in. I'm still learning on a few things. I have an app on my phone that has about 60 of them. So once I get a chance to load some more of these in here, it'll be a whole lot. You
can load them into that mixer?
Yeah, we can load them in. So
fun.
Absolutely. Again, here's our chip counts. We got Jimmy and Daryl at the top, and no surprise that Nick Six is sitting there in third. I mean, trust me, this man has more moves in a game of checkers than a woman trying to get out of his girdle in the dressing room. But action is going to be on Daryl under the gun.
This is one of the more balanced weeks as far as chip stacks go, where there's not one player that's super hot that's just run it up to 5K yet.
Unlike last week.
Last week
it was KJ, right?
KJ ran it up to 4K, but late in the night, our man Poker Kareth
got it all back.
No. He
no.
He ran it up to 12 or 14K.
Are you serious?
It was a ridiculous heater.
I mean,
at 6 in the morning, I left.
So at 6 in the morning, and
I gave all my winnings back, making ridiculous plays from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m.
Oh well, so I mean, he ran it up that much. It's like, okay, forget about getting hit in the head with the deck. The deck was basically asking him to go steady.
Yeah, I don't know if I should say that on the stream, but he should be proud of himself. That's a ridiculous run at a 1-2-5 game.
That is a ridiculous run, but it tells you the kind of action we have here. That, folks, this game started at 7 and ended pretty much at 12 hours? Just about 12 hours? 11 hours? 12-hour 1-2-5 game. That's the kind of action. It's pure action. You're not going to get. It's one of the things that just cements this room as a cornerstone, a centerpiece. I'm running out of other adjectives, but you get my drift with that.
Yeah, and I'll say it again. Doug is really meticulous at how he puts the lineup together and likes a good balance of just splashy action players and some folks that are a little tighter, so it doesn't get crazy out of hand, and we get some, some really interesting spots to talk about.
And Nick.
Eddie Bad, ask another question. Can we get the aggression frequencies? Percentages? I have not seen those tonight. No.
Let's see if I have that adjusted in accordingly with that. And we're going to this board that goes 4 ace 5, and the Jack High? Jack High?
It's one of those hands.
Jack High took down this pot. The fours got double boarded against the fives double boarded out the 4, and Renee with Jack High. My thing is with the word, I've been told the word is not counterfeited, so I just say that they got boarded out.
The word's not counterfeited?
Well, they said the 4's got counterfeited, so they say it's not counterfeit. I just say boarded out now.
I've never heard that, but it works. I know what you mean.
Right.
And that's how language works.
And that's the thing about poker lingo. The same. You'd be surprised that when one person means one thing and one means another, too. All right, folks, that is our live stream guru, Eric the Almighty Anderson, is getting an update of chip counts here. We try to make a point to make it accurate in regards with our chip counts, in regards to our live stream. And again, if you would like to be a part of this of either this or any one of our upcoming live streams and all the action, excitement, suckouts, bad beats, and well-known players that come a part of it, by all means, reach out to us through any of our social media streams, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Well, someone's still going to have to help me with that TikTok. Or send an email with your availability and when you are wanting to play and the stakes to info@thepokerhouse.com.
I hear that we're getting the cash game, the Gen Z poker, or what are those guys called? What are the
next gen poker? Yeah.
Poker?
Oh yes,
the youngins are streaming their game on Sundays.
Absolutely, folks. I will definitely got to drop that in.
Did I spoil something?
No. We've had actually last night.
That's been announced.
Last night we had Frankie in the booth. Frankie played the 5-5-10.
Yeah,
and he did amazing. I looked at him and said, if you had a chance to look back, I won't give it away, folks, but I know if you want to look back at last night's stream where we had
he did great. Yeah,
Frankie from Next Gen Poker. We are able to say that the boys from Next Gen Poker, both Frankie, Rosie, and Jello, which I guess they're trying to copyright when the 2 jacks are now 2 Jellos.
Not jiggities.
No, Jellos. Obviously, we're going to try to find a way to copyright that. Hopefully, General Mills doesn't ping us for that.
Yeah.
But they're part of the Poker House family, and so it's like having 3 little brothers that can outplay me every day of the week. But I can attest to that. Hey, I mean, they are the reason. I mean, they are that new age way of the American dream that have been able to go from scratch to build a brand with playing in rooms and everything else all over. And you got to
build a big following.
Build a following. You got to admire these kids that, and I can say that because I told him like let's say Frankie said he was 23, and I said, okay,
Very young.
I know. As I looked over and I said, Frankie said, okay, so look, I'm old.
Yeah.
But you gotta admire him because it's like this is what we all at one point in time had aspirations and dreams as we grown up, and we kind of found our niche in regards on the things that we do. And don't get me wrong, obviously, everybody took a direction and it may have gone another direction, and you're still trying to make your way. But these kids, I think all 3 of them were at SMU.
Yeah,
and they've all since graduated, but they decided they wanted to keep this going. So to have them a part of Poker House of Dallas is an amazing next step in regards with it's just a continuing. Continuing improvement in guards. We've added our live stream arena. We're with our live stream cash games. We're streaming. We've had a chance to stream a few tournaments, and of course, then Sunday night, along with your Sunday night football, you're gonna have the next Gen 3. They will have their game to be able to counteract on Sunday nights. They told me that means I get a night off.
Are those guys going to commentate for you?
I believe they're gonna that someone will be in the booth, so that way I can give these bellows a night off, and which in turn I will turn around and scream it.
Give those cords a break, dude.
I gotta save them because we're getting as we are going through the month of September very quickly. October will be around the corner. Hopefully, the temperature will drop below 90.
Good, 95 today. Kill me.
95, which tells you, folks, it's no joke, folks. It's 95, and we're in the middle of September here in dynamic Dallas, and it is no way cooler. As we speak of cooler, Nick has got it again with the diamond flush.
Just snap firing 400 out to 220.
Well, I know if one way or another, if I need either to ask for a loan or to have some repair work done on my AC, I think he'll do it for free from the money that he's made here. Wow, folks.
Having a great night, Nick.
He is doing...
He throws me off with crazy over bets like that when he binks it, and I think I've made some bad calls. In fact, I know I have. But unfortunately for Nick, no one had anything on that board, and couldn't get paid by anything.
Unfortunately, yeah. But I think Nick's been paid off a lot. I know that he had earlier in the stream, he had that 3-hand run where it's just... It was just here, just getting paid off, like he had just signed his extension into the NFL.
Yeah.
His second contract into the NFL, just getting paid off. And speaking of TJ Cloutier, he said he's got the TJ Cloutier hand. He's got Jack 9 of clubs.
Jack 9 of clubs I learned about.
Absolutely. He's going to make the call. It's going to get folded over. Megan folds, Duck folds. Duck's going to put in the raise with King 10. He's going to make it 20 to go. And Daryl, he's going to make the call. Poker Karif is going to make the call. Jimmy's going to fold the double down 8-3.
All right, this is interesting. The reader didn't pick up Daryl's card, so we can speculate.
Oh, there we go. It gets ace 9 off.
Defend, we're going 5 ways, $100 in the pot.
And the flop comes 7.
Megan folded. Never mind.
Oh, wow, look at this. Megan, so Duck's got top 2 pair. And Nick has a 2-way straight draw.
Picks up that double gutter. Daryl gets out of there.
And Poker Karif sitting with top pair. It's like the only question right now, and not to sound like I'm paying favorites. When does it come on the turn or the river, Dan? The turn. He's made a
psyched ourselves up.
Oh no, he's made a pair of jacks now with the 2-way draw, and he leads out.
This is not one of those times that Duck can fold.
I know you can't. I'm sitting there. You've got.
He's going to be very perplexed by this because straights come in.
I know.
You can't go anywhere.
I know. You're sitting there with 2 pair. Yes, Jack makes a straight in a number of different areas, and I know Poker Karif. He's got to let the king go.
This would be rough if Nick gets here on the river.
Oh boy, here we go, folks. Hold on to your seats. Nope, don't get there.
Bricks out.
Duck with the 2 pair.
Good check.
And Duck, let him fire out. So he's going to fire out, and Nick's going to lay down the jacks. He's not. Yep. He rolls over the Jack 9, and Duck's going to win a pot. We got to drop some more on Duck.
Felicia King is my favorite dealer, too.
Hey, there we go.
100%. Great dude. Like the thin value bet from, well, I guess it's not thin value when Nick checks back. Duck has top 2 and potential straight out there, but
I know when the Jack gets there on the turn, it's like, okay, you're sitting there and you're wondering, okay, is he going to roll over Queen 9? Is he going to roll over Ace Queen?
Duck's doing analysis on the room mics.
And
he's really good about, letting us into his thought process at the table. Loves doing out loud analysis after hands.
Absolutely. I can appreciate that. We got Tom back into the game now. Sorry, Dan, if you were wanting to go play, obviously Tom just sat back in. Daryl's going to put in the raise to 15, and Poker Caref's going to call with the King 9. Jimmy with the ace-6 of clubs. And Nick, like we said, obviously there's no cards. There are no two cards he will not play. And he's made the call with Queen 5. Oh, what a flop here. Look at this. We got Daryl sitting with a pair of jacks and an open and straight draw. Nick's got second pair. Jimmy has Jimmy with the top end Broadway draw, and Poker Caref with the pair of kings and an inside straight draw. Oh wow. If the right turn card comes, this could be fireworks in a number of directions.
Everyone's got a little piece of this.
Absolutely.
For those equities.
Here we go, folks. Jimmy has made Broadway. Daryl has bottom 2. Poker Caref has made a king high straight. And he's leading. And oh wow, look at Daryl lays down 2 pair, like the bottom 2 pair, like it was nothing.
The lead on the turn here is so strong from Jimmy, and bottom 2 is.
Poker Caref sitting with a king high straight. I think you just got to let it go. I mean, doubted it. I mean, his VPIP, and honestly, we haven't seen Jimmy get out of line, and he's putting in the raise. He makes it 275 to go, but I don't think this isn't a bad play though. I think it's a sacrifice raise because if he has it, you know he's coming back over the top. And you know when you can shut it down on the river.
I'm not crazy about it. The lead on the turn is so incredibly strong when a 4-liner gets out there, especially multi-way when
now
you always feel like there's got to be an ace out there.
True. Now the 3, that's not a bad thing because I think what's going to happen is if the heart got there, he was going to try to fire against the flush, saying that he had the flush draw.
That's what I'm thinking.
Absolutely. And Jimmy, definitely, you got the nut straight. He's going to find a way to make, I think probably he may bet just to try to get a call out the 9, he's going to bet half pot.
I like 300 here.
About 400 bets
fine,
about 400 bets bets half pot here. And he's hoping to try to get the 9, which is exactly what Poker Caref has, to call. Because now, it's 400 to call. There's 1,200. You're getting 3 to 1 to make the call.
In Poker Caref's mind, this line is just always an ace.
And it screams that way because the fact of the matter, once he calls the 150, basically you pretty much min-collect his raise.
Right.
Once he calls the 150, you got to shut it down. Because the only way you're going to be able to get any action out of the river is if the heart gets there. Because then he can then focus on you having it, and his ace high straight's no good. But he makes the call with the 9. That is an excellent value bet on the river by Jimmy. That's exactly what he wanted to do. He wanted to make a bet to get a 9 to call him. Mm-hmm. And Jimmy's going to win this pot.
Nice pot for Jimmy.
Absolutely. He drew it perfectly from the turn. He was able to, when he puts out the bet, and I thought that with Poker Caref, when you put in the min raise, that would kind of be the alert saying he has it. But, he also could have said it with a 9. So when he fires out 400 on the river, is it really, even though, yeah, he's getting 3 to 1 to make the call, is it really worth paying it off just to see it?
It's a confusing spot. I think Poker Caref might have thrown himself off a little bit by that min raise and getting called by someone that leads the turn when a 4-liner gets out there. Mm-hmm. And he called a flop bet from Daryl from the button and multi-way. Just got to feel like that's an ace most of the time. So if you're going to try to feel out and find out where you are, I don't know what value you're trying to get from that min raise on the turn from a worse hand if you have the low straight with a 9.
Absolutely.
And you get called, and then
And then the
I think
payoff.
you got to fold that river.
I know, it's right. As much as you like, well, as much as you want to do he ends up doing the payoff. As we have Rick that raises it up with the 10-7 of clubs for 25. Poker Kareth comes right back over with the double Bo Derricks. He's got 2 10s. He makes it 125 to go from the button. And Nick with ace 5. Again, folks, we kid you not, there is not a card in a deck that he would play. In fact, if we even put the rules of poker in the deck, he might play that card too.
Yeah, back to that last hand. Buddies with Cy, and I think he's going to look back at that one and kick himself a little bit.
Maybe just.
And he'll admit it, but I like the 3-bet here with 10s from the button.
I agree. Oh, and Nick's big to
ace again, of course. Everyone's crushed.
It comes 6-9 ace.
As Rick with a gutter might come
Nick,
along.
Yep,
200.
200. I think Rick's got to lay down the inside straight die. He has to. He already knows this. He can't. Oh, wait a minute. Is he going to call this?
Asking for a count.
He's asking for a count? Oh, no. He's not going to count from Poker Kareth. Could Rick is he really trying to? No, he's gonna lay it down. I think Kareth's gonna lay down the 10s.
Yeah,
he's got to lay down the 10s.
Did poker just?
He
jam?
Calls. Oh yeah, he jams with 10s.
Doesn't believe Nick this time.
Oh wow, he moves all in with the 2 10s and doesn't think Nick has it.
With being that short in a 3-bet pot, you got to go with it. You're really strong.
Can't be bad. No, you got 2 outs.
They think he has 2 out. Really, we know he has 1 out.
Yeah, I didn't realize how short he was when this hand
Oh,
started.
there's the straight draw.
Okay.
And it sucks for Rick because he would have banked the 10 high straight.
Yeah.
And the 6 on the river, meaning.
And they're running it twice.
Oh, they're running it twice. Okay.
We're not going to get to see it.
Queen on the turn.
Okay.
It's got to be a 10, but we know there's only 1 10 left.
Yeah.
And the 7 on the river. And Nick's going to scoop another pot. He got there on both sides.
Yeah, Craig, it's just one of those things in a 3-bet pot where your SPR, your stack to pot ratio is so small on that flop where Nick is so wide a lot of the times that he doesn't have an ace there a lot of the time.
I agree.
And you just got to go with it.
I absolutely agree with it. You're sitting around with when the board texture comes 6-9 ace.
Right.
Theoretically, there are so many middling cards, or even two picture cards.
Nick just has that image of being able to do that with anything, and it's like I'm good here a lot of the times, and it's either a fold or a jam. The calling there with only 150 left makes no sense.
Absolutely.
And so it's just a jam. And I'm totally fine with it.
Absolutely.
Crushing Nick.
Again, folks, thank you so much for tuning in to this. Obviously, I don't know if his wife Heather is still watching. Your man is crushing it. I repeat, your man is crushing this stream.
Oh, Heather, that's Nick's wife?
Yeah, that Heather that was on.
Hi, Heather.
I don't know.
I'm Nick's friend Dan. I didn't realize that was you.
As we go to, it's like I've emailed about playing in the stream game. Can someone get back? Absolutely, Jordan. Tell you what, man. When oh wow, yes, Jordan. We were gonna have. I'm gonna look you up myself on Facebook. And I will get with you because we want to bring some more people onto the stream. Yeah. So I will find you definitely to have you get you onto the stream. And Heather, obviously, she's made herself available. Yes, Heather, your man is crushing it. Hi, Heather. It's Craig. Obviously, please say hi to me too. I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, Jordan. Craig will get your phone number and then give it to me, and I'll give you a text about getting in the lineup.
Absolutely. And no, trust me. Yeah, he's great at poker. Yes, he is. And oh God. But it does I would say that thank you, Jordan. We appreciate it, man. And absolutely, we will definitely get you a part in regards on our streams. as we go to a flop of a 6-way flop of 4 deuce 6, and Megan's sitting with 2 9s.
Megan's putting a big bet in here for protection.
Tom's got the 2-way straight draw.
Oh, 75.
She makes it 75 to go. Daryl with an inside draw to the 3. Poker Carif with a pair of 6s. Jimmy with the draw. He's going to fold. Nick's going to lay down bottom pair. We saw Nick lay down bottom pair. And Tom with the 2-way draw.
I'll take give a Coke Zero.
He makes the call.
I think Tom likes his backdoor spade draw, and here he picks it up.
Absolutely. Now he's picked up he's got the 2-way straight draw and a flush draw, but
Little
he doesn't.
does he know.
He doesn't want that flush draw to get there. And the deuce on the river. Megan's 2 9s are going to stand. I think she's going to put in a bet here to try to get some value out of this.
I like this. Too bad.
That no one got there.
Yeah.
But the funny part is we said that Nick had a deuce.
He's kicking.
And he's kicking himself because he would have made 3 deuces
Yeah.
on the river.
He's never folding a deuce again tonight. I promise.
I think he's just realizing I should have played out this. Should continue to play out the rest, considering everything that he's hit. Ace 5 against
He's on a
9s
year.
and 10s, and then the deuce he folds bottom pair and makes 3 deuces on the river, and it would have been good.
Yeah. Jimmy with that big hand is taking a big lead at the table.
And no coincidence that Nick 6 is holding it down in second. So. All right, folks. Obviously, Dan has taken a small break in regards of things with the stream. Again, Jordan definitely will be in contact with you. And Heather, your man is killing it. He's one of the nicest guys I've ever known in regards on this. I do know we've tried to plan a few outings, but a few things have come in the way. But I know. Definitely will want to meet you in regards with when the time comes. But Nick, awesome guy and a hell of a card player. I'll tell you that. So. Absolutely. We're going to the next hand here. We've got Duck that makes the call, and we got Renee with Ace Queen going to raise it up to 25. Megan folds an action over to Rick. With the 7-11 hand, he's got Jack 7 of spades. He's going to put in the call back over to Duck. Absolutely, Heather. Absolutely. Well, it would be an honor. So we'll be honored to meet you as well. We're going to the flop that goes 9-9-3. We got Renee with the ace queen that's ahead, but we got Rick. He checks. Duck checks. Renee puts out a bet, and it is the best hand. Rick quickly folds. Duck makes the call. Going to, oh wow, Duck binks the 5. He's got 9s and 5s and puts out a bet. He makes it 75 to go. Over to Renee, he's sitting there with ace queen. He puts out the raise. He makes it 180 to go. And you look at Duck sitting here and go, okay, look, Duck's pretty much played pretty snug this whole time during the stream. He hasn't gotten out of line. He's made a number of folds. I think obviously the move is he's got to take a stand here. I think he's got to take a stand here and make the call. You're sitting with the board texture on that one, and you make a pair of 5s. Oh, wow. He's going to lay it down to Renee, putting that pressure on him. Renee's going to win the pot.
was calling the turn, I was calling whatever your donk bet is on the river. That's what I was trying to decide. Am I late on regardless?
30, 30, 32, 51, 65, 37, 79, 37, 48.
What was mine? Leave me alone.
As you can see, folks, as they go over the V-pips again, it's pretty much been the Nick show on playing any hand and any hand available, any hand imaginable. It's going to be Renee under the gun. He's got ace 8. He's going to make the call. Daryl's going to call, and Jimmy waking up with Big Slick, going to make it 35 to go. And Nick 6 with the King 7. He's going to make the call. Is anyone surprised? Nope. Duck's got 6 deuce, going to fold. Renee's going to lay down the ace 8. And Daryl's going to lay down the King Jack. And it is Jimmy. Oh, Daryl makes the call. Excuse me. Daryl makes the call with the King Jack. So it's King Jack for Daryl, Ace King for Jimmy, King 7 for Nick 6. And the flop comes Jack 10 10. Daryl's made a pair of jacks. Jimmy's got the inside straight draw to Broadway. Nick's going to lay down that king. And Daryl makes the call, and the 9 of hearts gives Daryl both still with top pair, but now a flush draw, and makes a full house on the end, firing in that river bet for 85. Jimmy with jacks and 10s with an ace kicker.
Jimmy's played safe all night, but
I don't think he can make the call on this one.
It's a possibility.
It's a double paired board, but there are 3 hearts. He's gonna pull this off with the ace high, and then Daryl's gonna roll over jacks full. Excellent value bet on the river as Daryl takes down this pot. As we go to, this is our chip counts. It's Jimmy, Nick 6, and Daryl coming 1, 2, 3. As I go to the chat where it's got from Twitch, it's P-Man Praises said, "Where's this house at?" Well, I can attest to you, this house is Poker House of Dallas, 1676 Regal Road, Dallas, Texas, off of I-35 as you head into downtown Dallas. Here we go as we go into hand 45 of this live stream. Again, we're going to stream this until the 10 o'clock hour. And Daryl, we're going to raise it up to 15 with 2 cards we'll find out eventually. Poker Care calls, and it's going to fold around over to Megan, who makes the call with Queen 4 of spades. Duck with the computer hand, Queen 7 off Daryl, and Daryl has Queen 9. So if anybody gets a queen, we're going to be off the air.
We're going to shut the whole place down.
If a queen comes to the flop, we're going to be off the air. Flop comes 7, 5, 4. Duck's made a pair of 7s. Megan's made a pair of 4s. And that's about it, folks, because we're out of queens in this deck.
I'd like to see Megan make a bet here on the button, actually. Oh, she checked already.
And the 3 on the turn now gives Poker Carafe the diamond draw.
Duck leads with top pair. I hope that doesn't
And the 6 on the river puts a straight on the board. This is going to be a chop pot unless Poker Carafe finds a way to raise this. Nope, he makes the call, and they're going to roll over the board and realize that it's going to be a chop pot. You know what they say? No, not everybody loves a chop pot.
But he doesn't fold there? With no equity?
Here are the chip counts again. It's Jimmy, Nick 6, and Daryl coming in at 1, 2, 3. We thank you all. We thank all of our viewers for watching. Again, if you have any questions for it's myself and our special guest commentator Dan the Man, repping the Texas Longhorns from down in good old Austin, Texas.
It's just a shirt I have. I went there and probably this is a game day shirt, but it was clean today, so I wore it.
Game day shirt. I mean,
and thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely. Thanks for being a part of it. I know definitely we wanted to have you in the booth. You know all these players in rotation that ends up playing this. And with that,
Poker Careth with aces. Black aces here.
Looking around, waking up with 2 aces. You're gonna make the bink race to,
maybe
10.
this is the blind bet to 10.
Yeah, it's got to be the blind bet to 10.
And if it does, it definitely is.
And Rick's
if it
got
doesn't reopen,
oh no, Rick's got
Rick opened it and it's gonna get hammered here.
it's gonna the shellacking is coming, and
it's like a min 4 bet.
And he's gonna make it 125 to go. Nick calls with the ace 10 of hearts, and Rick with the 98 O's with the 9-8 of clubs. Now theoretically, this is the hand you want to crack aces. Is he trying to make a move? He can't be. Is he? He's counting off trying to make a move in this one.
They're both pretty short here. Let's see. If he makes a call, the pot is going to be about 400.
And he'll have about 6.
Yeah, poker's going to have
about 600 left.
He's about to say F it.
Oh, no, folks. We do apologize for that.
Yeah, for the language. The floor mics are on.
Unfortunately, and unfortunately, some people's reactions are not exactly all the way.
Is it a tell if you?
Oh my gosh! He just put in the 3-5 bet. He just put in a 5 bet with 9-8, so he's making it 800 to go.
Oh, he just
yeah, it's a snap now. But now over to Nick. Now Nick is gamble. I don't think he's gonna play ace 10 after Rick made it 800 to go. Poker Careth shipped it all in immediately. I mean, he's got no way.
Is it a tell if you?
No way.
I might just say F it before you put the big 5 bet in.
No way.
I have seen Nick do this with big suited ace.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Unfortunately,
Heather, hold on to the couch.
6% equity against these 2 hands.
Heather, hold on to the couch on this one. It's aces versus ace 10 of hearts versus 9-8 of clubs.
But the way Nick is running, he's feeling it and he's looking for hearts.
I know, folks, or lots and lots and lots of 10s. Lots of 10s. Over 2,300 in this pot, folks.
It's probably the biggest pot of the night.
Absolutely. Here's the flop.
Hearts.
Oh my!
Oh.
I think Nick would have gone in with this anyway. It comes king 5-10. He's got a pair in the nut flush draw. Yep, it was inevitable. There's the bet. There's the raise. This is going to be in the side pot.
It's only 65 more.
65 on the side, folks.
He kept some money back.
This is pretty much a flop Nick was gonna make the move with anyway. If they get it all in.
Oh no! They're talking about going twice.
But it's a 3-way, and oh my God!
You called it.
Are you kidding? He makes the flush on the river.
Gross.
Oh my gosh!
Poker Careth can't believe it.
Heather, you might want to pull up the Neiman Marcus Christmas catalog early. He spikes the third 10 and then makes the nut flush on the river to crack aces.
That was amazing, Nick. You were running so well.
I'm like, I don't forgetting getting ahead.
To see it.
Hey Heather, I think this deck has moved in with you and Nick.
This is Nick's deck tonight.
Can we go to somewhere nice for dinner when we all meet up? That is insane. $2,400 pot. Nick sitting there with ace 10 of hearts. And the thing was, the problem is the flop was, he would have gone off. He would have moved all in on the flop anyway if Rick just makes the smooth call.
If Rick doesn't 5-bet there,
he still would have had money
anyway. Like
it would have gotten.
It's getting in.
Absolutely. If Rick doesn't make, let's say if Rick doesn't make that 5-bet to 800, and he just smooth calls 170.
Yeah, he can easily get away from it.
He could have gotten away with it.
Nick's giant bet on that flop, which was inevitable.
He absolutely was going all the way.
Rick can get out of there.
Rick could have gotten out of there, and and the aces were going with it. You know, Nick's gonna fire with a pair and the nut flush draw, and then the turn trips
Size getting
to the
stacked
one outer.
anyway.
He's one outed.
Yeah,
He's only got one out.
That's the thing. Poker Kareth is just befuddled.
How did this
That Nick's
happen?
calling a 5-bet for $800 with ace 10 of hearts.
Are you serious?
But
How did this
if
happen?
the 5-bet doesn't go in, it's getting all in anyway.
Exactly.
So, yeah, he should.
With that flop,
Yeah.
literally, you flop the flop becomes king 5-10. You flop the nut flush draw with the pair. Nick's going to get it all in regardless.
A dream, yeah.
And so Rick would have been saved. He still would have had. He would have had about 600 left.
Yeah.
He would have been saved because he's immediately out. He's not going to call with a backdoor straight draw,
No, of course.
and nothing hit the board for him. But the aces are going to jam.
Of course.
Nick's calling, and then the 10 gets there, knowing now that puts Poker Kareth down to the case ace, and then the flush gets there. You're like, and Nick's got the ace 10 again. He's got ace 10 again.
We said it earlier with those deuces and the heater that Nick's on.
I know
he's
this-
going to be playing pretty much any two.
Absolutely.
I mean, of course he'll play ace 10.
I know he's sitting here going, I mean, how much more could he would have had if he made the 3 deuces against the Megan's 9s?
Yeah.
And as we go to our commentary, we got Poker Ski on YouTube. Thank you. It's going, wow. And Heather going,
George's
absolutely
absolutely
dinner.
right,
Like,
yeah.
I'll find somewhere nice for dinner. I promise you that. And Jordan's like, yeah, hand plays itself even without the 4-bet or the 5-bet. You are absolutely right, Jordan. I did message you, man. So we'll be in touch.
Nick picks up open-ended here. Doesn't get there.
Doesn't get there.
He slow plays it the whole time, which I'm surprised by.
And it's going to be a chop pot with the 3s and the queen jack 9.
Oh, it was limped pre-flop.
It
Okay.
was limped.
I'm surprised by that from Nick.
It's the 3s with the queen jack 9. I don't know. I think Nick Kyle probably could have picked that up from the pot as hot as he's
he
running.
could have picked it
Oh my goodness.
Tom's like,
That's the pretty much example of how this night's been going. It's been the Nick show. It's pretty much, Nick has pretty much put a magic spell on this deck where any 2 cards that he gets, it gets there for him no matter what. I'm like,
On
I'm
fire.
behind I've got ace 10. I'm behind aces. I'm a 7-1 underdog. I'm going to get there. Get there. I need a gut shot to make my straight. I'm going to get there. Get there.
we have people who are trying to film the game. I don't know.
I'm good. Thanks.
Here we go, folks. And we have pretty much Nick the Prophet here with ace 6. Gonna make the call.
Prophet.
Nick
That's
the
a
Prophet
good
here.
Poker nickname.
And the Lord said that I shall take my suited ace, and I will striketh down on these aces, and let him draw to the 1 outer here in the year our Lord. Amen.
I like Megan's making a decently sized open from the hijack with ace queen off. Daryl's out of line with the call, looking to bing something.
And Poker Cannon with
Likes
the queen
to battle
5.
Megan. And
And Nick the Prophet here.
stuck Poker Kareth is looking to bing something too. And
Absolutely.
Now Nick's not going anywhere, obviously.
Do we think we're going to see a couple 6s on this flop?
God, that would.
Oh, but it comes ace, king, 3. We're going to have some action, folks. Poker Kareth has flopped a flush draw, but Nick and Megan both have aces. Megan has the better ace,
Megan's putting a raise in here.
but Megan just smooth calls 95 as Nick leads out. Daryl lays down a 6. Poker Kareth's going to call with the flush draw.
Got a big pot going.
Here we go into the turn. It's a 9, and it's going to go check over to Megan,
Come on, Megan. Put a bet. Yep.
She bets 120. She bets
225.
225, and
Also, if GTO Nick shows up,
and Nick makes the call. Oh, and Poker Carib is going to call it down with the flush draw. Nick with the ace, he's going to make the call. Here's the river.
6.
Nope, it's a 10. So it's going to be Megan with the aces with the queen ticker, but Nick's leading out.
Getting snap called.
Megan's going to make the quick call, going to roll over the better ace,
Big pot for Megan.
and Megan picks up a very needed, much beaded pot.
She's blocking that queen jack
Absolutely.
for Broadway. 300 into, what was it, 9? Yeah.
We got, hello. Again, we just released our chip counts here, and again, folks, we're going to take this stream up to the 10 o'clock hour. The game will still be going on. I think we'll probably end up switching it over to another table, but the game has been as advertised. If a definite thanks to Nick the Prophet, GTO Nick. I think he may have a few more nicknames now.
He's collecting nicknames.
He's collecting nicknames. He's collecting.
But yeah, this has been a good night. A lot of fun pots.
Absolutely, a lot of fun pots, a lot of action.
Gator
Oh
Logic.
my! Oh, we got a new player in.
This is my buddy Ryan. No, Jason.
Jason, there we go. And he's going by Gator Logic, and he's gonna come in firing. Makes it 40 to go with ace jack, and
Jimmy from the big blind is just gonna call.
And Nick, of course, is gonna call with the ace 7. Megan with the king 6, and Daryl's got the Craig hand. 7-8 offsuit. Yes, that is my favorite hand, Dan. So.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Oh, that's nice. That's
And the
nice.
flop comes 6, 7, 5. Nick's flop top pair with best kicker, and Daryl has a pair with an open end straight draw. And Nick's gonna fire out with the top pair, top kicker, and
Just pots it, playing aggressive, saying there's a lot of draws out here I can get value from with my top pair here.
and Jimmy's going nowhere
But
with
now
the,
he's got to dodge a
and-
ton of cards here.
I
on
know
the-
Jimmy's
on the
going
turn.
nowhere with the nut flush draw. So, and here we go to the turn. It's a 3 so far. It's the 7s with the ace kicker, and Nick going to the well, firing again.
Decent card for Nick here.
You know Daryl's going to pull this one off, and Jimmy, I mean, he's getting the right odds to pull off with the ace. I mean, it's 150.
Oh, with 27% equity here. What's he getting?
I mean, drawing.
He's getting like 6
he's
to 1
gonna,
in
yeah,
folds.
he's gonna lay down the nut flush draw. So we're going to the river. It's a jack. Somehow Nick has avoided all these cards in his case.
And value betting the better
and value
7.
betting with the better 7.
And getting paid
gonna
off.
get paid off.
It is Nick's night.
I know, right? I'm like avoiding all of those cards, avoiding all of those redraws, and getting paid off again.
3 streets with top.
Wow. Hey, Heather, can we plan a vacation?
Poor guys, that's outside.
I'm like, I'm a single man, and I know y'all are a lovely couple. So if you happen to have any single friends, I like long walks on the beach, and I'll promise I'll play semi good poker with your husband.
That
But
sounds like a good potential couples trip.
I'm
If they're
telling you,
setting
man,
up
because
with
he
somebody.
is running he's running like he owns Exxon Mobil. I know.
Poor
They-
Tom.
I
Look at
know.
him there. He's
He's just
jealous. Like,
I'm
what are
like-
we going to do against this guy?
I mean, if this isn't chip envy, I don't know where you can
Yeah,
see
he's
him going. Look at
staring
that
at him
chip stack.
enviously.
Why can't I have that? I'm playing so good, and this guy's getting blessed with the deck, like he's Pope John Paul the 23rd.
Yeah.
No, Heather, next year, definitely next year we'll have the plan. I'll talk to him more on that. But this is as we go into another hand here. We got Megan under the gun with Queen 7 of spades. Gonna put in the raise. And it's a call of Tom with the ace 6. And Jimmy's going to call it on King 10. Daryl with the King 8 and Poker Kenneth with ace 5. And the flop comes down. Jack, ace. Both Poker Kenneth and Tom have made top pair. And Tom has pipped Poker Kenneth by just 1. And the 2 of hearts comes on the turn. And 5 players in this pot. And no one has a heart.
This is just going to check through.
And the 3 means Tom's 6 plays.
Is Jimmy putting a bluff?
Oh, wow. And Jimmy, who's played ultra tight, is going to put in a bet
Oh,
here.
this isn't going to work. No.
Yeah, I think Tom's going to, obviously, he's going to make this call. And Poker Kenneth's going to make the call here, too. And he's going to show the ace, ace 6, banking the ace 5 of Poker Kenneth literally by the skin of his chin.
That's 6 plays.
The 6 does play. It's aces and jacks and the 6. Only way it could come in either deuce 3, a combination of deuce 3, deuce 4.
That's the first
3,
time I've seen
4.
Jimmy get out of line tonight.
I think it's like, wait a minute.
It's like, this is checking through
I
everyone's
know
week.
this is
I'm on
some.
the button.
Let me see if I
stab
can.
at this.
It like Negrani says. Let me see if I can scoop up this free money with garbage.
It happens about 80%.
Oh wow! Well, I can tell you, folks. I mean, just from anything, this is. You can tell why we make no bones about our cash games here, and why we are definitely excited that we are able to bring them to you to the comfort of wherever you are, home, RV, stuck in traffic, on a train, on a plane, in Spain, Maine, or Spokane. And oh wait a minute, Nick's not in. Oh, Nick stepped away. And we've got 6 ways to a flop here without Nick. What was Nick's cards?
It didn't get to the reader.
I didn't get to the reader.
Yeah.
We might. I'm immediately going to think it's 3-5 for all we know. But it's coming ace deuce 4 and Duck sitting there with top pair. Gonna fire out with top pair.
Brave into 5 people.
And I think it's going to get folded
But it's getting
around. Poker Kenneth makes the call. And the 7, yep, it means that Duck's got this hand locked up. Gonna fire again. Insta fold by Poker Kenneth. Duck's gonna win a pot.
Poker Cannon with backdoor flush and straight draws there. I could put the float in.
Absolutely so. As we go to our comments, we go. And last week it was Renee getting hit in the head with by the deck. Tonight it's Nick's.
Yeah, it was.
I know. I said Renee. Renee was. I think he was in the 9 seat. Was he? He was in the 9 seat or the 3 seat?
Renee had the big night on Tuesday.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
that other game.
That Tuesday
Yeah.
in Razor Piggy's 5-5-10 game. Yeah. He
I think he ran it up to
80
8,500.
I think he was around 8,500, and he ran pure. It wasn't
Yeah.
even there. I do remember there was a 3-hand sequence. He had kings, then had aces, then had ace king back to back hands.
Took it all down.
Absolutely, son. And we got the raise here, and we have literally everyone, almost everybody. We have everybody in this pot. It is a family pot, 8 ways, folks. And the flop comes queen 7 ace, and guess who's in the mix, folks? It's Daryl and Nick 6, both with top pair. Daryl's gonna put out a bet. I think it's gonna get folded over to Nick, who's got ace 3. But but Jimmy's going to make the call, and
He's got a
Nick
gutter, and Nick is raising.
and Nick's going to raise it up, folks. He's going to make it 125 to go. He's going to clear out
I really like this.
a chunk of them. Daryl's going to call with the better ace, and Jimmy's going to call with his inside straight draw, trying to hit that jack.
In a limp spot here, actually.
All right, 3 players.
Here's the turn. It's a king. Now he's picked up a pair of kings with the straight draw.
And neither of their kickers play.
Daryl checks. Jimmy checks, and yes, you're. Thank you, Dan, for mentioning that. Now,
I think if Nick puts a lot. Sorry to interrupt you. I think
No,
if
no.
Nick puts a lot of pressure here, he can get both these guys off this.
oh wow, he bets 450, gets Daryl to lay down his ace, and Jimmy to
pots it.
fold his king. Nick literally just power
Hi-ya.
power poker, folks.
Right now you had it. That's why we're there.
In a limp
Power
pot.
poker.
He's only repping Jack 10 off,
I know, right?
but just full throttle aggression with ace 3.
Let's see. We got GTO.
GTO Nick.
We got Nick the Prophet.
Full throttle Nick.
Full throttle Nick.
That's a good one.
Full throttle. I mean, we're gonna have to start. We're gonna have to start coining all this stuff. We may have to. We're gonna have to definitely start putting the patent on this one, on these 3 things. I mean, for as pure as and getting hit in the head with the deck, Nick.
If he hits a 3, no, I'll be honest with you. Almost everything I've got is
Over to Nick. Wait a minute. Nick didn't want to play the 7 deuce.
Good fold, Nick.
All right, we're gonna remember, folks, that Nick had 7 deuce, but it gets raised. Tom's gonna raise it up with the Jack 8. Duck's got the 98 O's. He makes the call. Oh, remember, he had 7 deuce, and he would have flopped open ended. But both Tom and Duck both have a pair of 8s. Duck with the straight draw. Tom with the better kicker. It goes bet, and then Duck puts in the raise, and Tom's gonna make the call.
This is interesting.
Going to the turn. It's the king of clubs. Now, there are some chop outs, but so far, the 8 with the Jack is playing.
Interesting spot. Duck never
And-
puts Tom on an 8 here.
Absolutely. As the queen on the river gets her,
He's
it
gonna
goes
be bummed
check,
out.
check, and
Got
it's going to
out-kicked.
realize he got out kicked by the Jack. Tom gives the fist pump as he hasn't had a lot of hands that he's been able to celebrate the win on, and gonna get pushed the pot.
I think that is an interesting, basically min check raise from Duck there, and a scare card, which I guess is better for Tom's range with the original open on the button. With the king, he slows down there. And check through on the river.
Yep.
I think Tom made it 100 on the turn. That's right. And,
Yes.
and Duck called with a gutter ball, probably thinking his 8 wasn't good there anymore.
Exactly. And now we are on to hand 54. Daryl's going to be under the gun. Going to put in the raise. Poker Candace got 2 9s.
This is the blind raise again.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Got to remember that, folks. I know it's a blind raise as opposed to a straddle.
Yep. So under the gun can put 10 out there. And to see a flop, everyone else has to pay 10, obviously. It's a blind raise.
Yep.
But if no one reopens it pre-flop, it's an interesting thing. It doesn't happen that often. It was kind of new to me when I started playing here. Well, specifically in this Wednesday game.
Oh, okay.
Because we didn't allow a true straddle to 10. Just kind of to keep the pots from going insanely big.
like it has with trust me. Now I will say we're definitely, as we put together the hands for some future to advertise some future streams. Believe me, this we could put a whole highlight reel for Nick alone.
Oh, yeah.
As
Nick gets a highlight reel for tonight's game for sure.
Absolutely. As we go to the turn where Jimmy has picked up the flush draw with the 3, but it's going to be Duck that's got kings and 3s, puts out the bet. I think it's going to go fold, fold, fold. Poker Cannon can't possibly. He's got two there. Even though he's got nines, but there are two overcards to the board. There's a pair. But he just makes the call. Jimmy's going to lay down the 4 deuce with third pair, fourth pair. Third pair.
Jimmy thinking about putting a bluff in here?
Is he going to make a... Nope.
That
he's going to lay it down. That would have been something.
Awesome.
But Poker
Duck
Cannon...
gets thin value out of 9s there.
There you go.
Fantastic.
All right. There we go.
And he gets a sound effect every time he wins.
Hey, I mean...
Hey, it's his game, right?
It's his game. We gotta hype him up. He's had a
Duck.
He's had a semi-rough night, but I know he's trying to be able to kind of rebound collectively with that. No, he's right back. He's up there, sitting number 4 at the chip count as we look into our stream here with our chat. You guys should put together the highlight reels. Aaron Harper says, I love the small stakes games. These are great. Also, let me say this is world-class commentary. Aaron.
We just high-fived Aaron.
Hey, there you go.
Thanks for the compliment.
We're going to give you one of those, too. Hey, thank you all. Thank you all, everybody. By all means, if you have a chance, this is only going to get bigger. This is only going to get bigger in regards of with our frequency of streams, both for our cash games, final tables of tournaments. And if you haven't had a chance to know that, obviously, the 3 wondered kids of Next Gen Poker are a part of the Poker House family. And Sunday, their live stream game will happen Sunday night. So,
what are the stakes on that game? Sorry to interrupt you. Is it a 2-5 game?
I don't know. I'll have to check with anyone, either with Frankie, Rosie, or Jello. Obviously, I know that they're trying to coin Jello in regards with
right.
Jacks.
Yeah.
Hopefully that General Mills doesn't ding them. We'll find something. We'll find some way to pull that off. That way we can make some Jello shirts or something with that. We
got some interesting action right here, though, because Tom's getting out of line with a 3-bet from the hijack. And Poker's just ripping it.
Oh, wow.
And Jack.
And
Gator snaps.
Yep, it's going to be an insta-call. It's insta-call, whereas it's Gator Logic with Ace King, Poker Kenneth with King Jack. I think Poker Kenneth is like, I'm tired of getting pipped and dinked here. We're just going to put it all in there.
I can't do the math in my head this fast, but I think to at least chop, Poker Kenneth is like 25% to at least chop.
Really?
So
I thought it might have been
great.
less than that, knowing that it's he's pipped. But the ace, it comes deuce 4-4 with an ace on the turn. And there's the king that gives also, but he's got the straight draw. They are running it twice.
Oh.
There's the straight, folks. Wait a minute. A jack will chop that. It's a 5. It's a chop
They win
pot.
$30. If you're going to make a move like that against a 4-better from a relatively tight new player, Jason, definitely want to run it twice. It's nice of Jason to run it twice there.
Absolutely. I think honestly, Jason's kind of seen, even though he's only sat into the live stream game, but a short moment. He's seen that Poker Kenneth. It's kind of had a rough end. He's had the rough end of the stick tonight. So,
yes.
I mean, if there was an example of not saying that.
Well, last Wednesday, the run last Wednesday is insane.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for him to get crushed tonight, only fair.
Now this is Dan saying this. I am an impartial and semi-independent, like Switzerland used to be.
Yeah.
But
geez.
no.
Jason.
And wakes up with aces. After seeing Ace King, he wakes up with aces. Looks like he's getting action.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Poker Kenneth, he's got
coming along.
King Jack of
Crushed again.
spades. He's got King Jack of spades. And the flop comes down 5-6-3. He bets. Poker
Gator
Kenneth
down
calls.
bets that very low flop.
Nine of spades on the turn.
In a 3-bet pot here, you're supposed to, bet a third
And
on a flop like that.
Lays it down and he rises.
What for?
Good fold. Good fold.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it wasn't a 3-bet pot.
Okay.
Gator just made it 25 to open.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, folks, here are our chip counts. As you can see, it's been GTO Nick, Full Throttle Nick, Nick the Prophet, Nick the Quick, Nick at Night, Saint Nick, Nick Knack Paddywhack.
He's got the Santa sweatshirt on.
He does have a red sweatshirt on.
That red Poker House sweatshirt.
Absolutely, folks. It's available here for you, or available here at Poker House Dallas at 1676 Regal Road, Dallas, Texas. And if you would like to pick up any of our merch, please, you can throw an email out to us or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Again, someone's going to have to help me with TikTok. I am a little bit old for TikTok.
I actually won one of the sweaters in a high hand. It was one of those middle hours during the day when there wasn't actually money, so they're giving away sweatshirts. It's coming handy.
Hey, there you go.
Because even if it's 100 degrees outside, they keep it really cool in here, and late night get a little chilly in here.
Absolutely. That is important, folks.
Daryl likes to see kings here.
And absolutely, as he wakes up with the double rulers, two
Not
kings.
gonna make any money.
And with a call and Poker Cannon, I think Poker just is trying to hit a flop.
Yeah,
and
just late in the night, this stuck. He's swinging for the fences.
well, he has picked up a straight draw. A seven
Daryl's getting tricky with the check here.
and a seven's would give him a straight. Now, Tom with the Jack 4, I think he just said, and now this could be trouble because
Did Daryl turn into GTO Daryl here? Flop's not great for him.
Poker Cannon's going to call him down with the top pair, and Daryl's going to roll over an over pair.
Oh, they're gonna laugh about this.
Oh, God.
He thought he had
Yeah,
king,
King
10.
10.
I don't
Oh,
believe
my.
it. Daryl.
Oh, come on.
Don't believe
yeah,
it.
we're going to, I mean, what's the sound for, yeah, that's
Yeah.
really
a
King
lie.
10. Are we sure about that?
No. Lies. He knows what he did.
Absolutely. I don't do I have the sound for boo here?
Boo this man.
We'll give him one of these. Really? like-
Dale, I know what you're talking about on the profit loss graphic. We do when on the tracker when people chip back up to 1,000 or rebuy back in, we track that, so we have the data, and I'll just see if we can find that graph to see who's, if you get stacked and you're buying for another 1,000, it shows that there's, what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
But I know Nick is like plus 3,500. He's only bought it once. Renee's bought in a couple times.
Poker Cannon, I know he's bought it at least twice.
He's bought in twice, so he's down. Megan's down.
Megan's down.
I think.
I know Tom's down. He's on his second rebuy.
I think Duck only bought in once,
Duck
so
only-
it might be up like 1,500 maybe.
Duck did bought in once, and he has had a chance more to the second half of the night, had a chance to kind of rebound
Yeah.
with that. And
Tom's bought in multiple times.
as
I think
it's
the winners tonight are Nick, obviously. Duck's up. I think Megan might be up.
Jimmy-
and
Jimmy, yeah.
Yeah.
definitely Jimmy.
Well, Jimmy's got like 25, looks like right there in his stack. Okay, so pretty balanced. We got like four
Four and a
folks
half
down and-
winners, and
Yeah.
one that's kind of holding 4 winners, and one kind of leveling it even, and 4 that's kind of stuck.
Yes, I can fold.
Oh no. Oh no. Renee puts in the raise the 90, and it's against Nick, who has a better 7. But he gets in the lay down.
Fascinating.
Wow, that's a first. We figured if the 4 or a king was surely coming.
I think Renee might have gotten a read on Nick finally. Yeah, we'll. Thanks for these notes. We will start cycling through those graphics and put the VPIPs up. I know we put them up last week.
Absolutely.
Oh, we put them up earlier tonight.
We do. I think it's pretty consistent. I'm not sure on the frequency on how we do put in our VPIPs, but I will make sure that we would try to rotate them in more frequently. We try to get a few more poker stats out to you. I know a lot of you would like to see the profit loss against what their buy-ins are. There are some few. I know there are a few things that will need to be upgraded still regards in this. And I know one thing I know that has been mentioned through all of our streams, and believe me, I will make it a point, a flop cam.
Yeah, flop cam for sure.
Definitely a flop cam.
This stream's 3 weeks old, right? I mean,
It's
just going to improve and improve every single week. So thank you for these notes.
Absolutely. We do appreciate it. That's why I said we make it for the people, folks. We make it for you as we are to provide you with some Wednesday night entertainment for you wherever you are in the world, whether you are at home, all alone, or on the way to Rome.
This is just that point in the night where Kenneth is.
Oh wow,
just trying to
he
double up.
is firing away, and Tom insta calls with Ace King. Poker and the flop comes deuce. Oh wow! And Tom's got the ace of hearts, but he binks a
Wow.
non-heart 5.
Wow.
And a 10 on the turn. He's gonna win this pot with a pair of 5s. I mean, he had to avoid so many cards not to get there. And it's going to be... Oh, they ran it twice.
Ran
Excuse
it
me.
twice, okay.
Up 4, queen 4 so far. And the 9 so far. It needs a 6 or a 5. It's a deuce.
I'm going to chop $60.
And it's a chop pot.
Not paying attention. Cy wants to put his money in the middle.
Oh, yeah. Cy wants to put his money in the middle. Obviously, we just saw him new with 6-5. But he is looking for action, 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 folks.
Hey, if you're short stack, get it in. You double up once, get it in again, double. You're
again.
back. You're right back in it.
Absolutely, friend. No,
Chip in a chair.
absolutely. No mercy. Full speed ahead. Never give up. Oh, actually, I better not say that because that is copywritten, but not by me. Never give up. Never not throw all your chips in.
Yeah.
There we go. I'm not going to get hit with a copyright lawsuit. I didn't complete it, Disney. Thank you. All right, folks. So again, we are wrapping up our third hour of the stream. This game will continue on, but the stream will not. Again, we want to thank you all for tuning in. In regards to the stream, again, this is only beginning. I do know that we will have that we for surely will have the debut of the stream from the 3 Wonder Kids with Next Gen Poker on Sunday night. You don't want to miss that. So by all means, when you have a chance to relax from a long day of football, and you would just like to change it up a little bit, the live stream of the Next Gen Poker Guys will be available here at Poker House Dallas. We're going into our next hand here, where we got a raise with Duck with King 10. Renee is going to make the call with Ace 4. Daryl calls. Poker Kenneth calls. Jimmy folds. Dick folded?
Yeah, looks like it.
Oh wow. I guess it's.
I gotta go tell Daryl. Look, they're the 6s.
Oh, there we go. Daryl's got this.
Get his cards on that Raider.
He's got Route 66 with the 2 6s, folks, and we're going 5 ways to a flop of Ace, King, Ace. Renee has flopped 3 aces, and Duck has a pair of kings.
I will check.
Oh no, Renee betted out a turn.
Oh,
I
Renee.
think Renee just killed
Too
all of his
excited.
action. I stand corrected.
I think Duck and Peel here once.
And the 9 on the turn, Duck checks, Renee checks. He realizes he's not going to get any more action out of this. And the 3 on the river, Duck's going to check this.
Oh no! Don't get thrown off by the
Duck.
bet out of play.
There you go.
Okay.
He checks. And Renee's going to put in a bet, obviously. Yeah. Wait, he snap called?
Yeah.
Here is our aggression frequency. It may be slighted considering Poker Kenneth has gone all in a couple times. But as we go to our stream chat with Mr. Johnson, how can I play in one of these games? Well, Mr. Johnson, number one, thank you for tuning in via YouTube. And you can reach out to us on any one of our streams, either through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Still don't understand TikTok. Or you can send an email to info@thepokerhouse.com with the games and levels that you are wanting to play at, and then someone or myself will be able to get a hold of you and figure out a way to have you a part of one of our amazing live stream cash games. I know tonight has again. I guess if we had to put a thumbnail on it, we would have to call this the Nick Show.
It was Nick's show tonight.
This was
sure.
definitely the Nick Show, where
Cooled off a little here in the last 30 minutes.
pretty much. I think if only, and I wouldn't say that he's locked down his ships. No, he's still putting them in there, folks. He's not one to turn into a savings and loan. He's gonna keep firing at this for as long as it can. But I mean, wow. I mean, he is pretty much run like an endless stream of like Niagara Falls.
I don't know that we want to pick up all of our chips right away if we have to.
I would recommend you just stay. Yeah. Last week you just had to move because you were straight on turn. Right.
Okay, I think we have it. Oh, look at this. Wow, look at this. I think Renee has flopped the nut flush. Poker Kenneth has the flush with a pair, and Jimmy has 2 pair and puts out the bet. And we don't know what Gator Logic has, but it's probably not. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Renee's getting exactly what he wanted.
This is an absolute dream setup. Like that Jimmy leads out with bottom 2.
I think a raise here from Gator Logic is a smaller flush, unfortunately.
Gator Logic
There's a lot of
calls,
diamonds out
and Renee's sitting there with the nut flush. Jimmy with bottom 2.
Can Jimmy get a price with 9% to hit a full house here?
I mean,
The way he's been playing tonight, he's been able to get away from this.
I mean, this is absolute. I mean, the board texture screams when you put in a bet, and someone comes over the top, and then a call. I mean, you got to assume you're in third.
Well, let's do the math here. It's 170 more to call into a $680 pot.
But he's going to make the laydown. He's going to lay down the bottom 2.
Almost 4-1, needs 20% equity and only had 9, so that is the correct fold.
Here's the river. It's an 8. So right now it's Renee with the nut flush. 500. He bets 500, and Renee's just gonna take his time because he knows he's going for it.
Is so.
Oh, he puts in the
sneaky.
raise. Uh-oh.
Flush over flush here.
He has no choice.
No.
If he has a flush, he's got no choice. He's just gonna have to pay it off.
He only has 236 left.
He can't let. Yeah, he's got like a. And Renee turns over the nut flush. What did he hit? Oh,
It's the jack high flush
or
the
10 high flush. Got to be one, or maybe even king 10.
9 high flush.
9 high. Oh wow.
9-8. They both binked it and they both slow played it.
And they eventually got it all in. Gator Logic had no choice but to make the call, as much as he didn't want to after Renee made the quick re-raise on the river, and Renee getting up to into the top 3 with Nick, Jimmy, Renee sitting 1, 2, 3.
It's a nice comeback from Renee. Check and check and check. It's the old rounders. Check 3 times.
Check. He tripped me. That's exactly what happened.
Jam that river. That's probably the trappiest I've ever seen Renee play, but it's just the perfect spot to do it. And obviously, it's a dream when you run into a lower flush.
I know. You're sitting. You know what?
It was stacked every
You
time.
know what that actually reminded me of? It reminded me of it was a situation last 2 tables of the 09 main event, and it was Billy Kopp and I can't remember, Darvin Moon. No one knew who Darvin Moon was. All I know is for those 7 days he ran like God. Billy Kopp made a move with 4-5 of diamonds, Darvin Moon had King Jack of diamonds, and they both flopped a flush.
Gross.
Billy Kopp had about 30 million in chips. Darvin Moon had Billy Kopp about 22 million in chips. Darvin Moon had like 28 million, or give or take. And they both flop a flush. Billy puts in the bet. Darvin puts in the raise. Billy puts in the 3-bet. Darvin puts in the 4-bet. Billy 5-bet shoves all in with the 4-high flush. And Darvin shrugs and then makes the call. Billy knows he's out.
Really stepped.
He was a top 5 chip stack, put all of it in with the 4-high flush against the tightest player at the table, and was out in 18th. would have more than enough chips to make a run. That was the year that Ivy made the final table.
Sounds like a blow up.
And blew up just like that.
Yeah. We had some interesting pre-flop action here where Renee opened under the gun with 8s.
And
got
now-
a call, and Jimmy 3-bet to 125. And Renee just knows he's been so tight all night that he can fold 8s there to a 3-bet from Jimmy. And yeah, Poker Kenneth being short stacked again is just going to jam.
And fire and gets the straight draw. And now it's got to be a 7 only.
He's not winning this one. They probably ran it twice. Yeah, they went twice.
They went twice. It comes 6 ace 10. He needs a lot of. Oh, there's the queen of spades. Now it's got to be a spade for a flush. It's a spade for the flush. It's another chop pot for Poker Kenneth.
These running it twice have really worked out for Poker Kenneth, spending all this time jamming and winning $30 at a time. It's really a good spend of everyone's time.
Oh, wow, folks. Well, what can you say, folks? Here's our chip counts. As you can see, it has been the Nick show pretty much the bulk of the evening.
You can run it twice if you want to do it. This is our table. They let us do what we want.
Again, folks, as we continue on this, we are almost out of time with our stream as we are just wrapping up this last hour of the stream. Excuse me on that one. We are at hand 63, and Poker Cannon's going to make the call with ace queen. Nick with 9-8 of spades going to make the call, and Tom. Oh, he's woken up with he's got the Pointer Sisters, folks. He's got the 2 queens. Daryl's going to call. Poker Cannon's going to ship it in with ace queen. He's going to try again with the ace queen. He's all in. Nick with 9-8 of spades. He is a gambler for sure. Heather, hold on to the couch again. He's made the call. And Tom has 2 queens.
Tom's like, that's not what I thought was going to happen. 8x all in. Yeah.
After a bet, a raise, and he's moved all in. Poker Hand has moved all in for a little less than 340. Nick made the call. Now Tom has come back over the top. He lays down the 9-8. He's saying I had 8-9 of spades. Here we go. And Tom rolls over the 2 queens. Poker Cannon's got ace queen. Here comes the flop. I think they've elected to run it twice. It comes 10-5 king. Here comes the turn. It's the 4 of hearts so far. It's got to be an ace. Oh my God. It's a 7, and the only reason why people are reacting is because Nick had the 9-8 of spades and would have made a flush and would have had Tom flushed all of his chips down the toilet, and now there's the ace. So now it's got to be the case queen, and again, it's going to be a chop pot between Poker Kenneth and Tom. But it's the fact of the matter is that now that Nick made the call for 340 pre-flop, and then Tom comes over the top for almost another 900, and Nick would have won that first pot. And it's actually, it only would have been one pot because our rules here, even though it is a three-way, it was a three-way pot, but our rules state that you cannot run it twice if there are more than two people in a hand that goes all in. So that three-way pot would have gone, all three would have been all in. It would have only ran once, and Nick would have made the spade flush on the river, winning another pot.
You're getting 2 to 1 on your money, Nick.
Again,
Wow, Nick is playing tight today.
I'm like, we got Dan back in the booth. We had I'll give a quick rebrief for Dan. Poker Kenneth moved in with ace queen. Tom had 2 queens. Nick had the 9-8 of spades, and he called Poker Kenneth's all in, but then Tom went over the top for another 850. Nick folds the 9-8 of spades. Guess what hand would have won?
Yeah.
It flops 2 spades. He rivers the spade out and would have cleaned off half the table again.
I'm shocked he folded there.
I think it's the fact of the matter is that it was 340, so he was not afraid to make that call. But when Tom comes back over the top for another 850,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that's an insta fold. Yeah.
It's not ace 10 of hearts,
It's not.
you know?
But I mean, if it was
Ace 10 of hearts definitely worth $1,200.
but even against aces, don't get me wrong. The 9-8 of spades, 9-8 suited connector is a hand you want to see even to crack aces.
Right.
But he's already done that tonight. As we go to this next hand with a flop of queen 6 ace, we got Renee that's got top pair. We got Nick that had second pair. Is going to lay it down, and it's between Daryl and wait.
My ace good there, Tom?
Wake. We're just doing up. We're just gonna say the ace was good.
He folded.
Thank God he folded.
Oh wow, that tells you something when you know that honestly it's something that when you just run this good.
Yeah. Oh, I think we're signing off. I think that was the last hand they were tracking. That's the end of the stream for the night.
I believe so. Oh, yep, that's our
Shaking
live stream
hands.
guru, Eric the Almighty Anderson. I think he has already pulled the.
Eric's running the tracker on the iPad.
Yep, I think
Very well.
Absolutely, I think he just pulled off the live stream deck.
Hey, thanks everybody for watching.
Absolutely, we're gonna flip the camera back on.
I had a blast.
We're gonna flip the camera back on. Well, if they'll let me. No, they won't.
He changed some stuff on that.
They did.
We'll pulling back the curtain here.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
We did a few updates, folks. I know usually I will try to make a point to flip the camera back on so that way you can.
We can wave goodbye.
We can wave goodbye. They have taken with a few changes. They have pulled that from me. But I will say to Dan, wow, what a night.
Fun.
What a night. I mean, action galore. I mean, raises, check raises, 3, 4, 5 bet shoves. I mean, Nick has probably as many highlights as Vince Young did back in the old days when he won the Rose Bowl.
Best game I've ever seen.
Absolutely. I think it's probably the best game in college football, in my opinion. So.
Yeah.
But on that note, folks, we want to say thank you. So I'm going to turn this. We're going to turn one of these mics. There we go. We're going to turn the table mic down for a moment and say again, thank you for those that have been able to tune into the stream with us. It has been an exciting night of 1-2-5 action here at Poker House of Dallas with this our Wednesday night 1-2-5 cash game again.
Yeah, I've had to deal with this action and the stress for the last 3 months, every Wednesday. And now y'all get to see it. So every Wednesday, it's this crazy game, and we're going to keep running it well. getting fun players in here. Ducks game is getting some traction and people want to play. So if you want to play, we'll get you on the list.
There you go, folks. I mean, obviously, you know how to reach in regards on here at Poker House of Dallas from any one of our social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Still working on TikTok. Or you can send a good old American email to info@pokerhouse, thepokerhouse.com, or stop in. You can stop in. Our address 1676 Regal Row in dynamic Dallas, Texas. Again,
yeah, why not just stop in? Sorry to interrupt your sign off here. Skip the email. Just come play with us.
There you go, folks. Yeah. There, you've seen who, you know their faces. Just come on in. So,
later, yo.
For all of our players, for Dan the Man, I'm Craig Dobson. Thank you so much for tuning in to our Wednesday night cash game stream here at Poker House of Dallas. Good night.